Hello and welcome to Personable, a podcast focused on speaking to the world's best, enabling you to become the best that you can be. My name is Harvey Bracken-Smith, and today I am speaking about the learnings that I have learned from episodes 11 to episode 20 of Personable. These range from entrepreneurs to athletes to professors and much more. I hope you enjoy the episode. Episode 11 featured Zhang. Leon is a fellow classmate of mine. He's a freshman at Duke University, originally from Shenzhen in China, a tech hub. He moved to the US at the age of 13 and has been passionate about economics and policy due to his family's involvement in the field and witnessing China's rapid economic growth. At the age of 14, he became a research assistant to a professor at Columbia University, focusing on East Asian political economy, with unique cultural and academic insights that contributed to his understanding of China's economic policies and the US-China dynamic. In fact, I think he had to work ridiculously long hours at this young age. I'm not sure who the professor was in practice, but seemingly it gave Leon a unique insight into the US-China relationship, which is given the knowledge he's needed today in order to manage what he does now. In high school, he co-founded Molten, which is an innovative startup that raised $350,000 and creates jobs by allowing dynamic pricing for services like food delivery and home services. The startup at the time was piloting in Washington, D.C., with partnerships such as Marriott Hotels. He also founded Juventus Capital, which is a fund aimed at young, risk-tolerant investors operated and advised by Gen Z and millennial entrepreneurs. It's a platform for young people to collaborate, share ideas, and support each other's careers. And lastly, he's an advisor for UTO, a global packaging company, helping bridge partnerships between China, the US, and India, leveraging his backgrounds to facilitate international deals. Leon's networking approach centers on building genuine connections, often outside business contexts. He emphasizes the importance of curiosity, trust, and a sincere interest in people, which has helped him establish valuable relationships across diverse fields. Leon is pursuing a broad liberal arts education at Duke, taking courses outside his primary interests in economics and business to broaden his worldview. He's open to various future possibilities, driven by curiosity and a high tolerance for risk. And his advice to young entrepreneurs was that he would encourage young people to dive into opportunities rather than waiting for the right moment. He emphasizes resilience, open-mindedness, and a genuine passion for creating positive impact as key to entrepreneurial success. This episode highlights Leon's exceptional drive, multicultural insights, and his commitment to blending academic pursuits with practical business applications. Episode 12 of Personable featured Daya Brown. Daya is the daughter of a prominent preacher and businessman, Olu Brown, and she grew up learning about business from dynamics from church meetings, about church. Her unique upbringing exposed her to business concepts and high expectations from a young age. At a young age, she was one of the youngest interns ever at Warner Media in middle school and in high school, gaining early exposure to media production, networking with college interns, and experiencing the creative process in new production. She also was selected as one of 25 out of 1,000 applicants for the Harvard Debating Project. She participated in a rigorous academic program that changed her views on life, philosophy, and debate, significantly shaping her personal and professional mindset. She also had her own podcast called The Scholarship Social, a podcast and non-profit organization where she and her colleagues discuss complex topics like generational cycles, education, and minority experiences. The project emphasized intellectual conversations around minority youth and showcased their voices. After Scholar Social, she founded Elon & Co., a youth-led production company focused on creating opportunities for minority youth in media and producing poetic films. The company built on her love of poetry and offered a platform for young creatives to gain experience and collaborate. Her networking approach is rooted in genuine connections, waiting for organic alignment with potential partners rather than forcing opportunities. Mentors have played a pivotal role in her life, providing guidance and insights on her career and personal growth. She was accepted into over 50 universities with a total of 1.3 million in scholarships. She attributes her success to early planning, building a strong high school resume, and setting a clear vision for her goals. Duke University was her top choice due to its supportive and diverse community. Other colleges that she was accepted to include Harvard University. She is currently a freshman at Duke, and she aims to reconnect with her creative side, focus on poetry and film. She is also working on new projects, including a book and a film, whilst navigating the challenges of college life and personal development. Daya encourages others to pursue their passions fearlessly, build genuine connections, and maintain resilience in the face of challenges. Her main message is to go after what you want and not let fear or self-doubt hinder progress. This episode highlights Daya's journey from a unique upbringing to becoming a successful young entrepreneur, her dedication to uplifting her community, and her commitment to continuous self-discovery and growth. Episode 13 featured Geoff Riley. Geoff is a former economic teacher at Eton College. He's had a long and successful career teaching for 38 years, and he was previously the head of economics at Eton. He founded Tutor2U, which is a leading education platform providing resources for students and teachers. The business, initially a simple webpage, has grown to serve over 30 million users annually. Geoff and his twin brother Jim started Tutor2U in response to a perceived need for quality educational content and community support for teachers and students. Jim, with his entrepreneurial background, saw the potential of the platform in the early days, and Geoff continued to teach while contributing to the business. Tutor2U's initial strategy focused on creating reliable, up-to-date content and building a community for teachers who may lack the resources or support in their schools. The company operates on a freemium model, offering a significant amount of free content with premium offerings available for those seeking additional resources. Despite the digital nature of Tutor2U, face-to-face engagement remains crucial. Tutor2U hosts live events, revision days in cinemas, and in-person workshops, reaching thousands of students and reinforcing its community-oriented approach. The company's success stems from its commitment to quality, relevance, and providing a consistent flow of new resources, including quizzes, videos, blogs, and study notes. Geoff highlighted the impact of AI on education, acknowledging the potential of tools like ChatGPT to generate study notes, but emphasizing that AI cannot replace the nuanced discussion and critical thinking involved in effective teaching. The emergence of AI is seen as a supplement rather than a replacement for in-depth, interactive learning experiences, particularly for live, face-to-face interactions that foster genuine engagement. He reflected on the UK education system reliance on final exams, contrasting it with the preference for continuous assessment that I now experience in the US. While Geoff sees the value in exams, he acknowledges the need for a balanced approach that includes regular assessments and skill building over time. After a fulfilling career at Eton, where he found students to be curious, competitive, and eager to learn, he particularly enjoyed the sense of community and working with supportive colleagues. He co-founded the Entrepreneurship Society at Eton, providing students with opportunities to learn from successful entrepreneurs like the founders of Deliveroo and Shazam, as well as tech leaders such as Sam Altman of OpenAI. He is now fully focused on Tutor2U, expanding its resources, supporting schools facing teacher shortages through online courses, and exploring more international opportunities. He remains dedicated to helping students and teachers succeed. He emphasized the importance of patience, authenticity, and creating genuine value in business. Building community is at the core of Tutor2U's success, and he encourages young entrepreneurs to nurture relationships and pursue their passions. This episode highlights Geoff's dedication to education, the thoughtful approach behind Tutor2U, and the value of community and authenticity in building a successful business. Episode 14 featured Jonathan Mooney. I wanted to add a little bit of more context on this episode. So I found out I had ADHD at the age of 18 years old, pretty late for most people. I take a gap year, eventually come to Duke, and I'm thinking to myself, I want to learn more about how my brain thinks, how I work. And so I went to the learning resource department, and I went in. And unfortunately, I have never found those sort of communities to be that helpful. But I went in and I spoke to the lady, and she recommended this book called Learning Between the Lines, or Learning Outside the Lines, something along those lines. In fact, it's definitely in my room. Here it is. Learning Outside the Lines. This book. And I read the book. I thought this was pretty cool. There's this author called Jonathan Mooney, and I looked more into his background, and essentially he was diagnosed with severe ADHD and dyslexia, and he couldn't read until he was 12, dropped out of school for a year and a half, ended up graduating from Brown University with an English literature degree, and now has written 3 best-selling books. And so I thought it would be incredible to interview him, and this was definitely one of my favourite interviews at the time, and still is to this day. And I put out the episode, and I remember putting it out, and I'm thinking to myself, hey, done this amazing episode, I'm really proud of it, it's someone I can relate to because of how I think and how he thinks, and I've been able to share this story with the world. But I think at the time it only got 10, 15, 30 views maybe. And I thought to myself, if I'm only getting this many views on the podcast, aka no one's really listening to it, and even if they were, they're only listening to it for a few minutes, what's the point in continuing this podcast? And I went a couple of days, just continued bobbling on as I do, and I got a message on LinkedIn, and it goes as the following. It was like, "Dear Harvey, I used to work with your mum, Louise. I'm really sorry for your loss, etc., etc. I have a 12-year-old son called Callum who has ADHD, and this hour of the podcast was single-handedly one of the most helpful things I've ever heard with regard to helping people with ADHD, with regard to helping my son who has ADHD. And for me to be able to receive a comment like that completely changed my perspective on what this podcast is all about. At the end of the day, like, I can interview and learn from all these amazing people and sort of keep it to myself. And the knowledge that I'm getting is incredible. But I think to actually know that it's helping at least one person is what keeps me motivated to keep doing episode after episode, and keeps me motivated, keeps the guest motivated, and hopefully we'll start to generate some form of community around Personable. So as I mentioned, episode 14 of Personable featured Jonathan Mooney. Jonathan is an author, public speaker, and advocate for neurodiversity. Diagnosed with dyslexia and ADHD at a young age, he faced many academic and social challenges. Despite this, he graduated from Brown University with an honours in English literature and published his first book at 23, challenging the idea of normal and promoting a more inclusive approach to neurodiversity. School was difficult to Jonathan due to behavioural challenges, trouble reading, and the stigma of being different. Diagnosed with dyslexia at age 9 and ADHD at 10, he was initially labelled negatively. Through receiving a diagnosis felt like a step forward. It mainly focused on his deficits rather than his strengths. Jonathan experienced severe low points, including dropping out in 6th grade and struggling with depression. However, with the support of his family and a few mentors, he found strength in his unique capabilities. Playing soccer in high school provided him with a sense of purpose, which ultimately led to his acceptance at a Division I university and eventual transfer to Brown. Jonathan emphasized the importance of finding strengths and focusing on them. For him, this meant pursuing storytelling and writing. His 3rd grade teacher, Miss R, recognized his talent as a storyteller, inspiring him to think of himself as a writer. This focus on strengths rather than deficits became a guiding principle for Jonathan. Jonathan's first book, Learning Outside the Lines, co-authored with David Cole, aimed to provide hope and empowerment for those with learning differences. His books and ventures have since evolved, but each have been driven by a desire to make a positive impact and redefine the narrative around neurodiversity. Jonathan suggests breaking traditional writing approaches, recommending dictation over typing for neurodiverse individuals, and encouraging others to focus on voice over grammar. He also advises neurodiverse people to get something on the page, to overcome initial paralysis and gradually refine it. Jonathan discusses how he avoids reading reviews of his work to maintain focus on his own goals, rather than external validation. He also engages thoughtfully with criticism about the inclusion of neurodiverse students in education, emphasizing that even one's child's well-being is important and benefits the entire system. He reflected on how chasing traditional markers of success didn't fulfill him. He found deeper happiness by embracing his neurodiversity, learning from others with differences, and rejecting the pursuit of normal. His journey in a short bus around the US helped him to redefine happiness by connecting with and celebrating the neurodiverse community. Jonathan advocates for educational reform that includes accommodations for all, not just those with diagnoses, and supports a shift from content memorization to mastery-based learning. He suggests rethinking how special education funds are allocated to promote inclusivity rather than segregation. Jonathan stresses that advocating for systemic change is an all-hands-on-deck effort. He encourages individuals, particularly those with neurodiverse experiences, to share their stories as personal narratives that can inspire and push society toward a more inclusive future. In this episode, Jonathan Mooney's powerful story and insights challenge societal norms, emphasizing the importance of celebrating neurodiversity and rejecting the one-size-fits-all approach in education and beyond. Episode 15 of Personable featured Simon Johnson. Simon is the founder of Aesthetic Strength, a successful online fitness business with over 2,000 clients. He has a background in competitive sports, including county-level tennis and rugby, and has completed challenging endurance events like Ironman and powerlifting competitions. He has a strong social media presence with over 250,000 followers across platforms. His love for sports and fitness began in early childhood. He joined Jersey's high-performance program where he discovered his passion for the gym. He was motivated by the predictability of hard work and fitness. Showing up consistently led to tangible results which deeply appealed to him. His early experiences taught him values like hard work, discipline, and consistency, which became the foundation of his business and personal life. Simon's journey into fitness as a business began when he earned his personal training certification at 16. After a business plan assignment inspired him to consider running his own fitness business, he started training clients from his parents' garage. He quickly built his client base through networking, contacting friends, family, and referrals. After 6 years of in-person coaching, Simon transitioned online to gain more freedom, scale his business, and focus on clients seeking advanced training. His online business model allows him to work with clients worldwide and tailor programs to meet each individual's goals, while range which range from cutting body fat to improving health and lifestyle. He emphasizes working with clients who are driven, value health, and are prepared to commit to the process. He filters potential clients, ensuring they align with his ethos. Rather than focusing solely on aesthetics, he encourages clients to approach fitness as a way to enhance overall health, discipline, and longevity. To keep clients accountable, Simon uses an app to track workouts, habits, and progress, customizing communication based on individual preferences. His approach to accountability ensures that clients stay consistent, emphasizing that an adherence rate of 80% will yield significant results. Simon also manages client expectations, helping them to understand that fitness is not about perfection, but about sustainable, gradual progress. He discusses the role of fitness in mental health. He explains that self-worth shouldn't be tied to a physical appearance, but rather to one that becomes in the process of achieving fitness goals. This mindset helps clients avoid the dark side of fitness, where chasing idealized physiques can lead to dangerous and unsustainable practices. Social media often promotes extreme fitness trends, leading to unrealistic expectations. Simon advises focusing on incremental progress rather than following trends. His business's four-phase approach of priming, fat loss, reverse dieting, and performance ensures clients can make sustainable changes and understand that long-term success requires consistency and balance. He has deliberately avoided extreme claims and unsustainable quick-fix marketing strategies. He emphasizes honest and consistent content creation, which includes regular social media posts that combine education with entertainment. His approach to social media highlights transparency and a dedication to the client's long-term well-being. For Simon, scaling means a business that can operate independently of him. He is focused on developing a strong team, streamlining his business process, and ensuring his brand can sustain itself. His long-term goals include creating an organization that delivers excellent client service and results without his constant direct involvement. He advises young entrepreneurs to just do more and start with broad client experiences to discover their niche. He emphasizes the value of mentors, which helped him overcome hurdles and accelerate his growth. He encourages a focus on systems, data tracking, and hiring the right team members to drive sustainable growth. In this episode, Simon shares his journey from a garage-based personal training business to a scalable, successful online brand. His emphasis on authenticity, mindset, and long-term planning offers valuable insights for anyone looking to build a career in fitness or start a business. Episode 16 features Shep Moyle. Shep is a Duke University alumnus, former student body president, and an experienced executive and entrepreneur. He has served on multiple boards, including Duke's Board of Trustees and the Harvard Business School Board of Directors. He is currently involved with Duke's Markets and Management program and has launched his own consulting firm, Moyle and Partners. Throughout his career, he has generated billions in revenue across various industries. He emphasizes finding joy and significance in life's work, inspired by his mentor, former Duke University president Terry Sanford. Shep believes in the importance of helping others reach their full potential. He measures his success by the impact he can make on others rather than just titles or financial gain. Shep chose Duke because he has deep family ties to the university and the opportunity he saw to contribute to its growth. Inspired by his great-grandfather's connection to the school, he found Duke to be a place with a sense of destiny for him. His long-standing involvement with the university is fueled by a commitment to give back and improve the institution. Initially interested in politics, Shep considered a career as a lawyer, but ultimately found his passion in business. Harvard Business School honed his critical thinking skills and built his confidence, helping him adapt to challenging situations and navigate complex business environments. He believes in lifelong learning and sees the value of university education, shifting towards building connections and networks. Shep advocates for a shift in higher education, emphasizing lifelong learning and practical skills. He criticizes the traditional focus on memorization and stresses the importance of adaptability, critical thinking, and applying knowledge. In his view, education should continually evolve to remain relevant, teaching students not just facts but the skills needed to navigate a rapidly changing world. Shep's work with the Duke Alumni Association and his desire to build a home for alumni on campus underscore his dedication to creating a strong, engaged community. He sees the alumni network as one of the university's greatest assets, with the technology playing a key role in connecting alumni globally. When Shep took over his family's party and celebration supply business, Shindigs, he expanded its market from a high school prom supplier to a global provider of party supplies for all life events. He built the brand by prioritizing customer needs and creating emotional connection through personalization, reliable service, and a commitment to making life more fun. Shindig's culture emphasized creativity, teamwork, and personal growth, which he attributes to the company's success. Shep believes that a strong brand is built on understanding customer needs and solving problems in a way that fosters emotional connections. Shindig's success came from positioning itself as a partner in celebration, helping customers create memorable experiences with ease. This ethos, focused on fun, community, and customer satisfaction, was central to the company's identity and helped differentiate it in a competitive market. Shep advises entrepreneurs not to wait for the perfect time or resources to start a business. Instead, he suggests identifying a problem, finding a solution, and assembling a team to support the vision. Resilience and a willingness to fail, learn, and pivot are essential to building a sustainable business. Shep views the COVID-19 pandemic as a catalyst for the rise of remote work, which requires leaders to adapt to managing virtual teams. Social media has fueled the growth of the creator economy, where individuals can monetize their networks and content. AI, which he likens to the new internet, which will transform industries and alleviate efficiency, presenting both challenges and opportunities for businesses to innovate. Moving forward, Shep's priority is to pursue joy by engaging in meaningful work through teaching, coaching, and supporting the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs. He remains committed to giving back to Duke University and the entrepreneur community, working to help others achieve their potential. Shep believes that anyone can make a difference by embracing purpose and meaningful action. Inspired by his mentor's advice, he hopes that others will see the power of individual impact and strive to create positive change in their own lives and communities. In this episode, Shep Moyle reflects on his own journey from his family's legacy at Duke to leading a successful business and giving back as a mentor and teacher. His insights on the nature and the evolving nature of education, entrepreneurship, and leadership offer valuable guidance for listeners aiming to make an impact. Episode 17 of Personable features Amanda Lamb. Amanda dives into her 35-year journalism career, her recent transition to podcasting, and her passion for storytelling. Amanda's career began with a passion for storytelling and a desire to make a difference. Working as a reporter at WRAL for nearly 3 decades, she focused primarily on crime reporting and hurricane coverage. Over the years, Amanda expanded her skill set, eventually moving into podcasting, where she found the medium offered a unique way to connect with audiences through longer-form storytelling. In January of 2024, Amanda left her role in traditional journalism to focus on podcasting and running her consultancy company, Stage Mic Communications. She now hosts Ageless Opening Doors with Amanda Lamb, which highlights inspiring stories of women over 50. While navigating the challenges of entrepreneurship, Amanda is excited about the creative freedom that podcasting offers. Amanda discusses the changing landscape of journalism, noting the shift from traditional news consumption to digital platforms like TikTok and YouTube. She emphasized the importance of verifying sources and being aware of biases in the news, encouraging students and young journalists to remain impartial and focus on providing a platform for diverse perspectives. Reflecting on her Follow the Truth podcast, Amanda talks about the complexities of investigating a high-profile case like the 1993 murder of James Jordan. She emphasized the importance of thorough research, vetting sources, and understanding the cultural and social dynamics that influence a story. She highlights a key to success in journalism is creating strong, trustworthy relationships with sources. Authenticity and transparency are essential, especially in a world where the lines between news and opinion can blur. Amanda advises young journalists to present the truth without personal bias and to communicate clearly with their audience. She shares her concerns about the influence of social media and echo chambers on news consumption. She advises listeners to explore diverse news sources and remain critical of the content they consume to avoid falling into narrow perspectives. Amanda encourages young people to pursue journalism if they are genuinely curious about people and their stories. She also stresses the need for diplomacy and resilience in the field, as well as the importance of separating personal beliefs from reporting for maintaining credibility. According to Amanda, every story should center around a relatable person and have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Capturing attention from the start is essential, whether in writing, broadcasting, or public speaking. Amanda emphasized the importance of pursuing passions and taking risks. Her career has been a testament to the power of following one's interests, whether that's writing, podcasting, or exploring new hobbies like yoga. She encourages listeners to embrace change, explore different opportunities, and pursue personal growth. Her advice is to take chances, trust in your abilities, and avoid getting stuck in a single path. Amanda's conversation with myself reveals a powerful journey of resilience, adaptation, and a commitment to telling impactful stories. She inspires listeners to find purpose in their own lives and seek for fulfillment in work that aligns with their passions. Episode 18 featured Drew Neisser. Drew is a renowned marketing expert and the founder of CMO Huddles, a community dedicated to helping B2B marketers excel. He shares his journey from Duke University to founding his agency Renegade and then establishing CMO Huddles in 2020. He is the host of Renegade Marketers Unite, a podcast focused on marketing insights, and has authored 2 books on marketing. We discuss the evolution of marketing and his approach to building a brand focused on creating meaningful and memorable customer experiences. He emphasized the importance of having a clear, unique selling proposition and fostering a strong community around a brand. In CMO Huddles, Drew fostered a collaborative environment for CMOs to share actionable insights without conjecture, focusing on real results and experiences. We delved into the importance of personal branding and the idea of forever learning, a mindset Drew sees as essential for personal and professional growth. And myself drew inspiration from Drew's dedication to learning and creating genuine connections, hoping to reach similar heights myself with my own podcast. Episode 19 featured Andrew Mitson. Andrew is an entrepreneur who launched his first business at the age of 16, leading to multiple ventures, including Uplearn and Kickstart Global. We discussed Andrew's path from achieving top grades while dedicating minimal time to studying to building impactful educational platforms that help students to improve their grades through innovative learning methods. Andrew shares his thoughts on the limitations of traditional education, explaining how the system often discourages creativity and entrepreneurship. We talk about his personal mission with Rehumanity, an organization focused on helping people align with their values and reconnect with a fulfilling sense of purpose. Andrew describes how he stepped away from his high-growth startup journey to focus on projects that resonate more deeply with his beliefs, choosing impact over profit. We explore what makes a meaningful life, with Andrew reflecting on how happiness isn't just about removing anxiety, but embracing a range of human experiences. We discuss the influence of social media, the balance of routine versus adventure, and the ways to create a more humane work culture. Sharing personal experience and insights, I aligned with Andrew on the need for systemic change, particularly around education and work. I talked about my experience having lost my mum to cancer, highlighting my commitment to social impact and the need for personal connection. This thought-provoking episode encouraged listeners to pursue genuine paths, encouraging them to seek personal growth and societal impact beyond conventional measures of success. Episode 20 featured Anastasia Garcia. Having reached episode 20 was a big milestone for me, and it was particularly special to interview Anastasia. Anastasia is a social media influencer, dancer, model, and psychology student at UNC Chapel Hill. She shared her journey of building a significant social media following with nearly 1 million followers on TikTok and over 12,000 followers on Instagram. Her content initially focused on embracing her unique experiences as someone born with a disability, inspiring others with similar conditions, and providing a resource for parents of children with disabilities. She recounted how she found a balance between sharing her life, dancing, and encouraging others while dealing with the challenges of viral attention and navigating the complexities of social media fame. Our conversation delved into her early passion for dance, the shift from karate to ballet, hip-hop, and Latin dance, and her current journey in modeling. We're collaborating with brands such as Ari and Zebiti. Anastasia reflects on the impact of social media on mental health, the importance of authenticity, and the fine line between pursuing joy and avoiding burnout. She shares candid insights about the reality of online hate, staying true to her values, and her approach to setting realistic goals to maintain her passion for creating content. We ended the episode discussing the importance of doing what is genuinely makes you happy and embracing the journey as a continual process of learning and self-discovery. There it is, summary of in half the time as the previous one. I hope that this is helping you in terms of understanding and getting insights from episodes that you haven't previously listened to. I'm a constant work in progress in how I break down these episodes and can add even more personal insights on how each episode changed the way that I think about the world. If this is helpful for you to break down in a bite-sized way, please let me know. And if you'd like the content presented in another frame of view, please let me know. I'm very, very much enjoying. I have just put out my 40th episode yesterday. And so I continually see us making progress as I try to learn from the world's best so we can all become the best that we can be. I have been Harvey Bracken-Smith. I hope you're enjoying Personable. Please leave a like, comment, share, spread this out to your friends. It helps me and it helps you to continually listen to better guests. Have a great day. Have a great life. Keep winning, keep inspiring, keep smashing it, and I will see you soon.